Into the Numinous Moon, best scene. Exterior, the night sky over Limpney, late July. A half moon gleams against an inky backdrop. Crickets chirp and leaves rustle in the breeze. Interior, Kathryn's cottage, continuous. Kathryn lies in her darkened bedroom, sobbing quietly.
The letter from my sister arrived in July. It was not good news. The scoundrel who had broken off our engagement only days before the wedding had recently taken a bride. And if that weren't enough, it seems that their dalliance had been going on for quite some time now. Suddenly, writing a novel, however cathartic I had imagined it would be, seemed a very forlorn enterprise indeed.
Interior, Cavor's laboratory, the following afternoon. Cavor's lab is a wild hodgepodge of beakers, test tubes, blackboards with indecipherable mathematical scribbles, and spark-throwing dynamos of dubious merit. He wears a smudged and fraying lab coat and goggles. Despite the loud commotion of tradesmen making repairs on his damaged home, he appears lost in thought. His housekeeper, Mrs. Armistead, late 60s, interrupts his reverie.
Sorry for the intrusion, sir, but Miss Bedford is here to see you. Shall I send her away?
No. Tell her I shall meet her in the garden. She knows the way.
Yes, sir.
Exterior, Cavor's garden, a bit later.
No, it's absolutely out of the question. I don't wish to hear another word of it.
Mr. Cavor, I beseech you. My life has become altogether desolate. My heart has been shattered. My writing has become an exercise in sheer futility, and I can see no path forward.
Miss Bedford, my dear Miss Bedford, the terrible risks aside, there are also matters of convention and even decency to consider. We are not man and wife. It would be scandalous.
Scandalous? Scandalous. The whole thing is scandalous, you brilliant lunatic. You're about to fling yourself among the stars, probably never to return, and you're worried about social convention?
Well then, what about privacy? There are certain hygienic considerations, you realize.
The man who gave the world Cavorite is incapable of solving something as mundane as a traveling water closet?
Thus challenged, the inventor in Cavor pauses to consider.
I can help, Mr. Cavor. I am educated and bright, and I long so for something to arouse my soul, to arouse it to ecstasy, to the presence of the divine, to the... What did you call it?
The numinous.
Yes, that's right. The numinous. I long for the numinous. Please take me with you, Mr. Cavor.
Cavor sighs deeply. Then, after a pause,
I am not a lunatic.
Kathryn smiles radiantly. Montage. Work on the sphere continues to completion. Mechanical blinds are installed between the girders. Cavor shows Kathryn the inside of the sphere and demonstrates the use of the controls. Kathryn and Cavor work in the laboratory going over blueprints, etc. And over this, in voiceover.
And so we prepared for our journey to the moon. Cavor explained to me the esoteric workings of the sphere, and together we gathered the necessary provisions. He even allowed me a modicum of input concerning the design of our cramped but efficient water closet. And by mid-September, we were ready.